Looking back at your season series with these guys, what are your thoughts on getting them here in your quarterfinal matchup?
Yeah, I mean, we split when we were down there earlier this year. We know what they're about. They're obviously a really talented offensive team. They're really good in transition. They've got a pretty lethal power play. So, yeah, doing video this week after playing them earlier in this year. We're going to do what we need to do to kind of slow them down and try and limit those transition offense.
How much of a contrast are you guys and your style of play compared to them, and how can you put your stamp on this game and make sure that you're controlling it?
Yeah, like you said, I mean, we play two pretty different games, and so it's kind of just, like you said, making it kind of favor our style of game. Like I said, slowing it down, making sure we're above pucks, making sure they're coming through 4 or 5 of us rather than giving up odd man rushes. I think that's going to kind of give us an edge if we just kind of trade chances back and forth with them. 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s, that plays into their favor, not in ours. So, yeah.
What fires you up about being at this time of year again after the championship last year and getting a chance to compete in the playoffs?
Yeah, well, we were going down memory lane there with a few of us last week, talking about like just the Garden and what it means, and talking to the young guys and how insane it is when Maine plays there and we have 15,000+ Mainers down there. It's something like you can't even really put into words. And so I think that all the guys are like, that motivation to be one game away from another trip to the Garden is surreal. So that's what's kind of been in everyone's mind and fueling us.
Appreciate it.
Do you almost feel like there's a fresh start? Do you guys feel a little refreshed this week? Because you ride the roller coaster of the regular season, right? I mean, sometimes it's great, sometimes it wasn't so great. And now you kind of just get to flip the script, and there's one game to focus on this whole week, right? No other worrying about the standings, no really outside noise. You got a game down there at Boston College. Just feel a little refreshing?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head there. Like, even though we've been trying to focus on our own game as much as we can, there has been other results elsewhere that can affect us. But now it really comes down to like, one team versus the next, and one game elimination. I mean, there's nothing really else to save it for. Everyone's got to be as urgent as they can be, and yeah, no, it's exciting and refreshing, like you said.
Are you guys kind of excited to bring that chip on your shoulder you always play, kind of these Boston teams with? I mean, it feels like if you guys were ever to find that underdog mentality you guys have been kind of looking to make consistent, and in that tight checking physical game, it would be down at Boston College.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you said, it's very fitting. We've been trying to embrace that underdog mentality for a while. And I think we've started to do it, and so to play down at Conte Forum in a one-game elimination against BC, it's the perfect time for us to really bring it out of us and see what we're made of.
Cool. Computer.
Hey Thomas, I'm just curious, if you think all the kind of hardships you guys have endured on this kind of up and down season, does that almost set you up, I guess mentally almost better for a playoff run than a season that's just been kind of smooth sailing?
Yeah, you'd like to think so. I mean, we faced a lot of adversity this year, whether it be injuries or just kind of performance-wise. Losing games we felt like we should have won. Giving up last-minute goals. A lot of adversity, and I think we've really tried to battle through that and kind of build that strong mentality that we're going to be relentless no matter what. And so, yeah, the idea is that it's kind of peaking at the right time and take away that last Vermont game, which is obviously a bit of a blip. But other than that, I feel like we have been playing pretty consistent, pretty relentless hockey as of recent. So yeah, no, I think you're right.
How do you kind of commit to playing your brand of hockey against BC's? I'm just thinking about, a couple of weeks ago, you guys kind of got dragged into that back and forth game with BU, and obviously you won't want to do that this week. I mean, how do you kind of, commit to that?
I mean, it's hard not to commit to it when you look back at our results this year, the games we've won against teams that are high-strung offensive teams on transition. When we try to go toe-to-toe with them, we lose, like the game you said against BU. Whereas we look back and see with the games that we've won, it's been games that we've been above the puck, play the right way, just take zones and get pucks to net. So the numbers don't lie, and it shows when we play a certain type of way, we give ourselves a chance, and when we just try and beat them at their own game, it doesn't typically work out for us. So I think that's all the proof that there needs to be, really.
Just how hard is it to, end another team season? I mean, they always talk about that's the hardest thing to do in sports, against a team desperate to fight another day. Just how hard is that of a task to do?
Yeah, it is. But we're in the same boat. The last couple of years since I've been here, we've had that kind of bid for the tournament already there, and so there's always been that motivation to win Hockey East, but going into Hockey East playoffs, it hasn't been for the last couple of years necessarily do or die, whereas we find both of the teams right now are in that do or die mode, and so it's really just who is more urgent, who's more desperate to continue playing hockey, and who's ready for their season to be over.